Welcome to the Reality Revolution. Today, you're listening to the luck frequency activation. When I say the word luck, understand that luck is not a random event. It's a deliberate frequency choice your consciousness makes before you're even aware of it. Every lucky moment in your life was actually you momentarily tuning into a frequency that some people naturally inhabit all the time. What if you could live there permanently? I discovered something extraordinary a few years ago that completely transformed how I understood reality. Through consistent visualization and specific affirmation practices, I began noticing subtle shifts in my experience. These weren't just psychological changes, they were literal alterations in how reality was organizing around me. Then something remarkable happened. These practices created a tipping point, and I found myself suddenly resonating at what I can only describe as the luck frequency. Once I stabilized in this frequency, everything in my life transformed. Every movie I watched was amazing. Every song that I played was incredible. Every person who entered my life brought exactly the connections, opportunities, and insights that I had been seeking. Investments I made, some that others questioned at the time, quadrupled in value almost effortlessly, and everything I created took on a special quality that connected with others in a profound way. The most fascinating aspect was that this wasn't about working harder or being more strategic. It was simply about maintaining resonance with this particular frequency field, a field that seems to intelligently orchestrate circumstances in your favor. What you're about to experience is a precise activation of this same frequency in your own energy field. During our time together, I'll be using specific linguistic patterns and consciousness technologies that will gradually shift your vibrational signature to match the luck frequency. You'll feel this happening as I talk and as we proceed, subtle at first, then increasingly unmistakable. Within 24 hours of this activation, you'll begin noticing evidence of this shift. Small synchronicities will appear. Opportunities will present themselves with perfect timing. Solutions to problems will emerge from unexpected sources. And as the days progress, these coincidences will multiply until you recognize that you're experiencing a fundamentally different relationship with reality itself. You see, the luck frequency isn't something you need to constantly work to maintain. You don't need to become superstitious. Tying your shoes in a certain way, putting on your clothes in a certain way, or not putting your hat on the bed. Once this is activated, it becomes your new baseline state, your default way of interfacing with the universe. And unlike temporary manifestation techniques, this frequency shift rewires your energetic blueprint at a fundamental level, creating lasting change that only strengthens over time. So right now, in this moment, I invite you to open yourself to the possibility that everything you thought you knew about luck, coincidence, and how reality works is about to expand dramatically. The universe you wake up to tomorrow will not be the same one you're experiencing today. Now let's explore what actually is happening when you enter the luck frequency. This requires us to blend cutting-edge science with ancient metaphysical wisdom. Quantum physics has revealed something remarkable about your universe. At its most fundamental level, everything exists as probability waves rather than solid matter. These waves of potential collapse into particles, into what we call reality, only when observed or measured. This means that before observation, multiple possibilities exist simultaneously in a state of superposition. what determines which possibility becomes your reality. The frequency at which your consciousness is vibrating is the definitive cause. Think of it this way. Your consciousness isn't just perceiving reality, it's actively selecting which version of reality you experience from an infinite field of possibilities. And this selection process occurs through resonance. Your energetic frequency naturally resonates with and attracts experiences that match its vibrational signature. Most people are unaware that they're constantly broadcasting a specific frequency pattern through their thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions. This broadcast acts like a tuning fork, causing reality to vibrate in harmony with it. When you're operating at lower frequencies, dominated by fear, scarcity, or pessimism, you naturally attract experiences that match those frequencies. But when you shift to higher frequencies, characterized by possibility, abundance, and optimism, you begin resonating with the luck frequency. The luck frequency isn't just a metaphor. It's a specific energetic pattern that seems to activate an intelligence within the quantum field itself. Ancient traditions called this intelligence by many names: providence, synchronicity, divine guidance. Modern researchers studying consciousness and quantum mechanics are beginning to understand that the universe appears to function as an interconnected information system that responds intelligently to conscious attention. When you're tuned to the luck frequency, you're essentially activating a cooperative relationship with this field intelligence. It is as if the universe itself begins conspiring in your favor, orchestrating circumstances and connections beyond what your conscious mind would arrange. Here's a metaphor that might help you conceptualize how this works. Imagine the universe as an infinite ocean of different radio signals with countless stations broadcasting simultaneously. Your consciousness acts like a radio receiver, typically tuned to pick up only a narrow band of signals based on your habitual thoughts and feelings. Most people's receivers stay locked on the same few stations their entire lives, creating the illusion that those stations are the only reality available. It's so funny that now I use radio frequencies. Sometimes people don't know what I'm talking about. So just assume it's like clicking into a particular website or choosing an app, and you're staying on that app all the time. The luck frequency is like a premium channel that's always broadcasting, but that most people only tune into sporadically and accidentally, which is usually the case. And when they do, they experience it as a stroke of good luck before their receiver drifts back to its usual stations. What we're doing today is permanently adjusting the dial to your receiver to lock in to the luck frequency so it becomes your default channel. Another way to understand this is through parallel timelines. Quantum physics suggests that multiple versions of reality exist simultaneously, timelines where events unfold differently based on different probability configurations. Your consciousness is constantly moving between these timelines, usually in ways you don't notice. The luck frequency allows you to consistently access the most fortuitous timeline available to you at any given moment. Think of it as having an intelligent GPS for reality navigation. Most people's consciousness GPS is set to shortest route or familiar route, taking them along predictable paths with predictable outcomes. When you activate the luck frequency, you're reconfiguring your settings to the most fortunate route, allowing this intelligent system to guide you through opportunities, connections, and circumstances that create optimal outcomes, often in ways your logical mind couldn't have planned. Be forewarned, you will have unusual things happen in your day. Maybe a road is blocked off and you have to make a turn that leads to exactly what you need. Be open for these things that change your routine and take you outside of your patterns. What makes the luck frequency so powerful is that it isn't based on forcing or controlling outcomes. It works through a relaxed alertness, a state of open awareness combined with clear intention. This state creates a sort of ordered unpredictability, a paradoxical condition where chaos organizes itself into meaningful patterns. The luck frequency also seems to alter your perception of time. Have you noticed how some people always seem to be in the right place at exactly the right time? This is not coincidence. It's what happens when you're vibrating at the luck frequency. Your internal timing mechanism synchronizes with universal timing, creating a flow state where each moment unfolds with perfect orchestration. Now, as we proceed with this activation, you're going to begin sensing subtle shifts in your energy field as your vibrational signature recalibrates to match the luck frequency. Some of you may feel this as a tingling sensation. Some may notice sudden insights or a growing sense of excitement and possibility. Whatever way it manifests for you, know that your consciousness is beginning to resonate with a field of intelligence that knows exactly how to arrange circumstances for your highest good. It's important to understand how this activation works. This will not be passive. You're not just waiting for luck to find you. You will find yourself actually generating luck through specific ways of moving through the world that are resonant with this frequency. This resonance creates subtle changes in your behavior. When you operate at the luck frequency, you naturally begin to embody certain behaviors that amplify and stabilize this frequency. Think of these behaviors as physical expressions of the frequency itself. They both create luck and are created by being in that lucky state. It's a fascinating feedback loop that builds upon itself. First, there's the behavior of heightened awareness. People tuned to the luck frequency maintain a state of relaxed but alert attention to their surroundings. They notice tiny details and opportunities that others miss entirely. Have you ever had the experience of walking down a street with someone who spots a $20 bill in the ground that you walked right past? That person wasn't necessarily looking for money. They were simply more perceptually open to noticing what's available in their environment. When you're operating at the luck frequency, this heightened awareness becomes your default state. This connects directly to another luck-generating behavior, taking inspired action. Those in the luck frequency don't hesitate when intuition nudges them to make a phone call, attend an event, or explore an unusual idea. They've learned to trust these subtle prompts because they've experienced how they often lead to fortunate outcomes. While others might dismiss these intuitive nudges or overthink them until the opportunity passes, lucky people respond promptly to these signals from their inner guidance system. The luck frequency also expresses itself through conversational behavior. Lucky people tend to engage with others in ways that create openings for serendipity. They ask curious questions rather than making fixed statements. They reveal their interests and aspirations in conversations, creating hooks for others to connect them with opportunities. They listen deeply for the unexpected connection rather than filtering conversations through preconceived expectations. These conversational habits dramatically increase the surface area for lucky encounters. Another powerful luck-generating behavior is maintaining response flexibility. When unexpected situations arise, those in the luck frequency don't rigidly adhere to their original plans. Instead, they assess whether the interruption might actually contain an opportunity. This adaptability allows them to capitalize on fortunate circumstances that those with more rigid approaches would view as annoying disruptions. The universe often delivers luck through unexpected channels, and your willingness to flow with these redirections determines how much luck you experience. The luck frequency also manifests through risk assessment behavior. Lucky people aren't reckless, but they do take calculated risks that others avoid. They recognize that certain opportunities contain favorable odds that aren't immediately apparent to most observers. This isn't about taking more risks. It's about more accurately assessing which risks are worth taking. When you're operating at the luck frequency, you develop an intuitive understanding of which opportunities contain hidden potential. Perhaps most importantly, the luck frequency expresses itself through how you interpret and respond to setbacks. Those tuned to this frequency don't view obstacles as evidence that luck has abandoned them. Instead, they ask, what's the opportunity hidden in this challenge? They maintain a fundamental trust that even apparent setbacks are redirecting them toward more favorable circumstances. This interpretive frame actually transforms what others would experience as bad luck into stepping stones toward fortunate outcomes. There's also the behavior of generous connection. Lucky people freely share information, make introductions, and help others without calculating immediate returns. This creates a network effect where opportunities circle back to them through unexpected channels. The luck frequency naturally expresses itself as an abundance mindset, where connecting others to opportunities ultimately increases your own luck surface area. Even your physical movement patterns will change when you're operating at the luck frequency. You explore new routes, frequent new environments, place yourself in varied situations that increase your exposure to novel opportunities. While others follow the same routines and encounter the same limited range of possibilities, those in the luck frequency continuously refresh their exposure to potential fortunate encounters. And as we activate the luck frequency in your energy field today, you'll notice these behaviors beginning to emerge naturally in your daily life. You won't need to force them or remember a list of luck-generating tactics. These behaviors are the natural expression of the frequency itself. They will begin flowing through you as your vibration shifts. This is why the luck frequency creates such a dramatic transformation in people's lives. It's not just changing your energy. It's changing how you move through the world, how you interact with others, how you interpret events, and how you respond to opportunities. These behavioral shifts multiply the effect of the frequency itself, creating a powerful amplification system that continuously increases your luck quotient. So understand that as we proceed with this activation, you're not just passively receiving a frequency adjustment, you're being empowered as an active creator of your own luck through the natural behaviors that will begin expressing themselves through you. Now we're going to begin the actual activation process. And as I speak, allow yourself to simply listen and absorb. You don't need to try to make anything happen. The words, rhythm, and energetic transmission are designed to naturally shift your frequency without any effort on your part. Take a moment to become aware of your surroundings, the space you're in right now, the sounds around you, the sensations in your body. There's no need to change anything. Simply notice what's already here. And as you're noticing what's around you, you begin to sense that your awareness itself is slightly shifting. You're becoming more receptive, more open to the subtle energies that are always present but not always perceived. The luck frequency is already present all around you. It's not something that you need to create. It's something that you tune into, and you've already experienced moments of being perfectly tuned to this frequency throughout your life. Those perfect coincidences, those moments when everything lined up just right, those times when you thought I couldn't have planned that better if I tried. You already know how to access this frequency. Your system remembers these states of perfect alignment. And right now, as you listen to my voice, your energy field is beginning to resonate with that remembered state of perfect synchronicity. Feel this subtle shift that's already happening. Notice how your perception begins to expand. Allow your energy to align naturally with the luck frequency that surrounds you constantly. You're already beginning to tune in more clearly now. With each breath, you're calibrating more precisely to this optimal frequency. The adjustment is happening effortlessly, just as your radio automatically fine-tunes to find the clearest signal. You're becoming aware of how your behaviors create luck. You've already noticed times when following a certain sudden impulse led to a fortunate encounter. You've experienced how being open and curious opens doors that others didn't even see. You've felt that state of flow where the right actions become obvious without overthinking. Starting right now, you'll find yourself naturally taking more inspired actions throughout your day. When an intuitive nudge suggests calling someone, you will make that call without hesitation. When an unusual opportunity appears, you will explore it with confident curiosity. When a new path presents itself, you will follow it with trusting expectation. Imagine yourself walking down a street tomorrow. Your awareness expanded to notice details that others miss. There, on the ground, is something valuable that everyone else walks past, but you notice it. Immediately, the heightened awareness is becoming your natural state. Picture yourself in conversation with someone, asking just the right question that opens up an unexpected opportunity. Feel how naturally you'll share your interest and aspirations, creating hooks for fortunate connections. Sense the ease with which you'll listen for the unexpected thread that leads to your next lucky break. You're becoming someone who instinctively recognizes which risks contain hidden favorable odds. Trust your assessment of opportunities as it becomes increasingly accurate. Know that your intuition is being calibrated to the luck frequency with each passing moment. Feel how your response to unexpected changes is transforming. Instead of resistance, you feel curious anticipation. You've become someone who naturally looks for the hidden opportunity in every redirect. This flexibility is magnetizing luck into your experience. Of course, you've already begun noticing more fortunate coincidences in your daily life. This will continue to expand as your activation deepens. The perfect parking spot will appear just as you arrive. The item you need will be on sale exactly when you look for it. The person with the exact expertise you require will enter your circle precisely when you need them. You're already becoming more generous with connections and information, knowing that this behavior creates a network effect of opportunities flowing back to you through unexpected channels. This giving nature is a central quality of the luck frequency, and it's awakening within you now. As you move through the rest of your day, you find yourself naturally taking different routes, exploring new environments, and placing yourself in varied situations that increase your exposure to fortunate opportunities. This exploration is becoming second nature to you now. Your interpretation of events is shifting. You're becoming someone who automatically asks, what's the opportunity hidden in this challenge? This fundamental trust that even apparent setbacks are redirecting you toward more favorable circumstances is fully activating within you now. The luck frequency is now stabilizing in your energy field. It's becoming your new baseline state, your default way of operating in the world. You don't need to work at maintaining it. You don't need to remember techniques or strategies. The frequency itself naturally expresses through your awareness, your actions, your conversations, and your responses to life. Feel the certainty of this new state. Know that it's already active within you. Trust the evidence that will begin appearing in your experience immediately. The luck frequency is now your natural resonance point, and reality is already beginning to reorganize itself around this new vibration. Take a moment to notice how you feel right now. Perhaps there's a sense of expanded possibility, a feeling of anticipation, maybe a subtle tingling or warmth in your body, or simply a quiet knowing that something has shifted. However it manifests for you, this is the sensation of your system calibrating to the luck frequency. The activation is now complete, yet it will continue working within you, strengthening and expanding with each passing day. You've successfully tuned your energy field to the frequency where fortunate events, meaningful connections, and perfect timing become your normal everyday experience. What makes the luck frequency so fascinating is that it expresses it uniquely through each person who accesses it. While the core frequency remains the same, how it manifests in your life will reflect your distinct personality, interests, and path. For some, the luck frequency manifests primarily in the realm of relationships. When a person needs a particular type of connection or expertise, the perfect person would appear in their life within days of the need arising. When you need advice on launching a business, you strike up a conversation with a stranger at a cafe who turns out to be the most successful entrepreneur in that field. For others, the luck frequency expresses itself through timing. Perhaps you consistently arrive at destinations at the perfect fortunate moment. You might reach the parking lot just as the perfect spot opens up. You'll walk into stores just as they are putting out new items that are needed. For many, the luck frequency manifests through aligned financial opportunities. One person resonating at this frequency might suddenly notice investment opportunities that others miss entirely. Another might receive unexpected refunds or rebates just when extra funds are needed. The luck frequency often carries a fascinating phenomenon called beneficial misfortunes, situations that initially seem unfortunate but quickly reveal themselves as disguised opportunities. Imagine someone who misses their flight only to meet a key business contact while waiting for the next one, or someone whose car breaks down, leading them to discover an important issue that would have caused a much bigger problem later. When you're operating at the luck frequency, even apparent setbacks quickly transform into fortuitous redirections. Have you ever experienced examples of this in your own life? Can you recall situations where something that seemed negative at first ultimately led to something surprisingly positive? This pattern will intensify as your frequency stabilizes, revealing the hidden perfection behind seeming obstacles. For creative individuals, the luck frequency often manifests as inspired synchronistic downloads. Ideas and insights that arrive precisely when needed, often through unexpected sources. One of the most common manifestations of the luck frequency is the convergent serendipity, the mysterious way that multiple unrelated events and people suddenly converge to create something none could have orchestrated individually, as if an individual intelligence is coordinating a complex dance of circumstances for your benefit. People operating at the luck frequency often experience jaw-dropping synchronicities where numerous elements perfectly align in ways that defy conventional probability. What convergent serendipities might be forming in your life right now, just beyond your current awareness? What complex orchestration of circumstances might be unfolding that will reveal itself to you in the coming days as your activation deepens? The most remarkable aspect of the luck frequency is that you don't need to figure out how it should manifest for you. The frequency itself interacts with your unique system to create exactly the forms of luck that most serve your path. Your only role is to stay attuned to the frequency and remain open to recognizing luck in whatever form it appears. As your activation continues to deepen, pay attention to which of these manifestations begin appearing most prominently in your experience. Notice your personal luck pattern as it emerges. Some of you will see immediate evidence in financial areas, others will notice relationship synchronicities, others will experience creative breakthroughs or timing perfection. Whatever form, know that this is just the beginning. As you maintain resonance with the luck frequency, the manifestations will multiply and expand into all areas of your life. What begins as occasional synchronicities grows into a continuous flow of fortunate alignments that become your new normal. You're already beginning to feel that subtle shift in your energy field. The initial calibration has taken root. And now we're going to deepen this resonance, creating a more profound and stable connection to the luck frequency. This next phase works with your deeper consciousness to reorganize your relationship with time, probability, and the quantum field itself. Your consciousness exists beyond the limitations of linear time. Part of you is already experiencing the future timeline where your luck frequency is fully activated. That future self, already living in a reality where extraordinary luck is your normal experience, is reaching back to this moment, pulling you forward into that established reality. Feel that gentle tug from your future self, that knowing invitation to step fully into the lucky timeline that already exists. This isn't about creating something new, it's about accepting what already is. Your lucky self already exists. Your fortunate timeline is already established. You're simply aligning with what is already true in the quantum field. And as you continue listening to my voice, notice how time itself seems to shift, how the present moment expands to include both past and future simultaneously. In this expanded state, you can access the consciousness of your already lucky self. You can draw that consciousness into your present awareness. You can allow that frequency to become your current vibration. You might find yourself remembering this activation from your future perspective, looking back at this pivotal moment when everything shifted. And from that future vantage point, you can see how frequency calibration created a cascade of fortunate events that unfolded with perfect precision. You remember how surprised you were by the speed with which evidence began appearing in your experience. Just imagine you've been living at the luck frequency for several months now. Looking back, you can see how quickly things began changing after this activation. It's as if a hidden dimension of reality suddenly became visible to you. Opportunities and connections that were always there, but that you simply couldn't perceive before. As if you're already living in this lucky reality, you notice how differently you move through your day. You naturally take the route that leads to unexpected good fortune. You effortlessly ask the question that opens the perfect opportunity. You instinctively reach out to the person who provides you exactly what you need. The fascinating thing about quantum consciousness is that mentally imagining yourself already living in this lucky reality actually collapses probability waves, bringing that reality into your current experience. And as you continue listening, your consciousness is reaching across time, selecting the most fortunate timeline and pulling it into your present moment. What if you were to notice perhaps tomorrow or the next day how your perception has shifted to automatically recognize future fortunate possibilities? And what if this new perception then naturally leads you to take actions that generate even more luck? And as this cycle continues, how might you explain the remarkable series of coincidences that began appearing in your experience? The more you allow this frequency to stabilize without trying to force it, the more powerfully it expresses through you. The less you struggle to be lucky, the luckier you'll naturally become. This seeming paradox is actually the secret mechanism of the luck frequency. It operates through relaxed intention rather than strained effort. Your conscious mind doesn't need to understand how this works for it to work perfectly. In fact, the less your analytical mind tries to control this process, the more freely your quantum consciousness can select optimal probability paths. Trust outperforms calculation when operating at the luck frequency. Except now that you are already the person who lives in the lucky timeline. Recognize that this isn't something you need to achieve, it's something you're remembering. From this moment forward, you move through the world as someone who naturally attracts extraordinary fortune. You interact with reality as someone who expects beneficial synchronicities. You process events as someone who recognizes the hidden opportunity in every situation. This is who you are now. When faced with choices, notice how your body now provides clear guidance. You might find that certain decisions simply feel right without logical explanation. This intuitive knowing becomes increasingly reliable as your frequency stabilization deepens. The quantum field is already reorganizing itself around your new frequency. Probability waves that once collapsed into ordinary experiences are now forming patterns of extraordinary luck. The atoms and energies comprising your reality are responding to your new vibrational signature by creating pathways of least resistance toward fortunate outcomes. This reorganization is happening on multiple dimensions simultaneously. Time loops are forming, where future opportunities reach back to create present circumstances that lead precisely to those future states. Causal connections are linking across space and time to bringing exactly the right elements together at exactly the right moments. Have you noticed how when you're fully engaged in something you enjoy, time seems to flow differently? This altered relationship with time is becoming your new normal as you stabilize at the luck frequency. You'll find yourself arriving at precisely the perfect moment without constantly checking the clock. You will notice opportunities appearing just when you're most prepared to receive them. This synchronized timing is a core characteristic of your new reality. In the coming days, you'll be amazed at how quickly evidence begins accumulating. Some of you will experience your first unmistakable synchronicity within hours of completing this activation. Others might notice a sudden shift in how people respond to you, offering assistance and opportunities without you having to ask. Others will find solutions appearing for problems that have resisted resolution for months or even years. The most fascinating aspect is how your perception will shift to notice lucky breaks that were always available but previously invisible to you. It's as if you've acquired a new sensory organ specifically designed to detect fortunate alignments. This enhanced perception naturally leads to actions that generate even more luck, creating an accelerating cycle of positive synchronicity. Because you're already operating at the luck frequency, you naturally take actions that generate more luck. And because these actions generate more luck, your resonance with the luck frequency strengthens. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle that continuously increases your luck quotient, drawing you deeper into the reality where extraordinary fortune is your normal experience. The timeline where this frequency is fully activated and expressing through every aspect of your life is no longer a potential future. It's your present reality now. You have successfully collapsed all probability waves into this optimal expression. Just by listening to this, the activation is complete, though its effects will continue expanding and deepening throughout your experience. Take a moment to notice how you feel compared to when we began this activation sequence. There's a subtle but unmistakable shift in your energy field, a recalibration to higher frequency that will continue expressing through increasingly fortunate circumstances in your daily life. And now that the luck frequency has been activated in your field, you want to observe how it manifests in your daily experience. Watching for evidence is not only validating but actually strengthening the activation itself, creating a positive feedback loop that amplifies the frequency. Let me guide you through how to recognize, test, and verify this new vibrational state. First, let's talk about the initial signs that will appear as the frequency begins expressing in your reality. These early indicators often emerge within the first 24 to 48 hours after activation and serve as confirmation that your energy field has successfully recalibrated. One of the earliest signs you'll notice is a heightened state of awareness of unusual coincidences. Perhaps you'll think of someone you haven't spoken to in years only to receive a message from them minutes later. Or you might find yourself humming a song, then turn on the radio to hear that exact song playing. Pay particular attention to the quality of your encounters with others during this initial phase. Many people report that immediately following this activation, their interactions become noticeably more positive and helpful. The barista might unexpectedly give you a free upgrade. A stranger might offer assistance without being asked. A colleague might volunteer a solution to a problem you haven't even mentioned. These improved interactions reflect how your new frequency is affecting the world around you, eliciting more supportive responses from the environment. You'll also notice a shift in your decision-making process. When operating at the luck frequency, decisions feel different. Rather than weighing endless pros and cons, you'll experience a clear knowing about which paths to take. This isn't blind impulse. It's your system's enhanced ability to process vast amounts of information below the threshold of conscious awareness. Trust this guidance when it appears, even if you can't logically explain why one choice feels more aligned than another. If you're someone who appreciates more empirical verification, there are specific ways you can test and confirm your frequency shift. The first test involves deliberately placing yourself in situations with variable outcomes and observing whether more favorable results occur. For example, arrive at a popular restaurant during peak hours without a reservation and notice if a table becomes available just as you arrive. Or attend a crowded event and observe whether an optimal seat or position naturally opens up for you. Another powerful verification method is a synchronicity journal. For the next 7 days, maintain a simple record of unexpected fortunate events, unusual coincidences, and perfect timing experiences. Write down even the smallest instances, the perfect parking spot, the surprise discount, the useful information that came through an unexpected channel. By the end of the week, patterns will emerge that clearly demonstrate your new frequency in action. Many people are astonished to see just how many lucky occurrences they experience once they are consciously tracking them. You can test your intuitive accuracy as evidence of your luck frequency activation. When faced with a choice where the outcome isn't immediately apparent, make note of which option feels most aligned with your luck frequency. Later, evaluate whether following the intuitive sense led to more fortunate outcomes than your typical decision-making process would bear. This builds your trust in the guidance system that naturally operates at this frequency. For those who enjoy more structured experimentation, try the random opportunity test. Once daily for the next week, take a small action that deviates from your routine. Choose a different route to work, sit in a different area during lunch, or browse in a store you wouldn't normally visit. The luck frequency often manifests through these pattern interrupts, creating openings for beneficial coincidences that wouldn't have occurred in your usual routines. Note what unexpected opportunities, connections, or discoveries emerge from these small deviations. Now say these affirmations with me to reprogram your subconscious mind and to affirm your shift into the luck frequency. I am naturally aligned with the luck frequency at all times. Perfect timing orchestrates every aspect of my life. Fortunate synchronicities find me everywhere I go. I effortlessly notice opportunities that others miss. My energy field naturally attracts extraordinary good fortune. I trust the intelligent guidance that moves through my intuition. Every apparent setback redirects me toward greater opportunity. Lucky breaks are my normal, everyday experience. I make decisions that align perfectly with my highest good. The perfect people, resources, and circumstances flow to me with ease. I'm a magnet for unexpected windfalls and blessings. My awareness instantly recognizes the hidden opportunity in every situation. The universe conspires in my favor at all times. I naturally take inspired actions that generate extraordinary luck. Beneficial coincidences multiply throughout my daily experience. I am the person who always shows up at exactly the right moment. My energy field transforms ordinary circumstances into fortunate outcomes. I recognize and receive the abundance that constantly flows towards me. Everything is always working out for me in ways even better than I can imagine. My luck frequency strengthens with every breath I take. I am the local point where multiple fortunate circumstances converge. My natural state is one of extraordinary synchronicity and perfect timing. I breathe in luck and exhale gratitude in a continuous cycle of expansion. Every cell in my body resonates with the frequency of extraordinary fortune. I am always in the right place, at the right time, with the right people. Everything is working to my advantage. Something wonderful is happening for me now. All is well. As we look ahead to how this activation will continue unfolding in your experience, there's a typical progression you can anticipate. In the first week following activation, most people experience evidence clustering, multiple small instances of synchronicity and fortunate timing that create undeniable confirmation that something has shifted. By the second week, you'll likely encounter signature synchronicity, a luck manifestation so personally meaningful and statistically unlikely that it serves as a definitive verification of your frequency shift. In the third and fourth weeks, you'll begin to experience compound luck, situations where multiple fortunate elements converge simultaneously in ways that couldn't have been orchestrated through ordinary means. By the second month, many people report entering the luck normalization phase, a state where extraordinary synchronicity becomes so consistent that it's no longer surprising. You find yourself naturally expecting fortunate outcomes and perfect timing, not from a place of entitlement, but from lived experience of how reality functions at this frequency. Throughout this progression, remember that the luck frequency doesn't eliminate all challenges from your life. What changes is how these challenges function in your experience. Rather than appearing as obstacles, they reveal themselves as redirections toward greater opportunity. You'll find yourself saying, "I'm so glad that didn't work out, because this is a better situation." This transformed relationship with apparent setbacks is one of the most valuable aspects of operating at the luck frequency. Allow yourself to be surprised by the creative ways the luck frequency expresses through your unique life circumstances. Each manifestation offers deeper insight into how this frequency works with your particular energy signature and life path. What we've done together today is not a temporary shift. It's a fundamental recalibration of your energy field that will continue strengthening and expanding with each passing day. The luck frequency you've activated isn't something outside of you, it's your natural state of being when you're aligned with the intelligent field that orchestrates this universe. You've simply removed the interference patterns that were blocking your clear reception of this frequency. The static is cleared, and now you're receiving the pure signal of luck, perfect timing, and fortunate circumstances. Take a moment to feel this energy flowing through you right now. Notice how different it feels compared to when we began. There's likely a sense of expanded possibility, a feeling of anticipation, perhaps even a physical sensation of lightness or tingling. This is tangible evidence of your successful frequency shift. This is what it feels like to vibrate in harmony with the luck field. As you move forward with this, your experience of reality will progressively transform. Opportunities that were always present but previously invisible will suddenly become available to you. Connections that seemed impossible to make will form with effortless ease. Solutions to persistent challenges will emerge from unexpected sources, and throughout it all, you'll sense an intelligent guidance moving you toward your highest good with perfect precision. Moving forward, begin each day with a brief acknowledgement of your luck frequency. Take a few seconds to feel yourself opening and operating at this frequency. And throughout your day, take momentary pauses where you take a single conscious breath and silently ask, what fortunate alignment is forming in my life right now? When making decisions large or small, pause briefly to feel which option resonates most strongly with your luck frequency. This is not about analyzing pros and cons. This aligned decision-making strengthens your connection to the luck field while guiding you toward optimal outcomes. I strongly recommend returning to this activation regularly during the next month as you establish this new frequency as your baseline state. Each time you listen, the activation deepens, the interference patterns further dissolve, and your resonance with the luck field strengthens. The benefits of maintaining this frequency extend far beyond the obvious. Operating at the luck frequency creates a profound shift in how you experience life itself. Anxiety about outcomes diminishes as you recognize that an intelligent field is orchestrating circumstances for your highest good. The exhausting effort to control every variable gives way to a relaxed partnership with the universe. The artificial separation between you and the world around you dissolves, revealing that you are both the creator and the beneficiary of the luck patterns emerging in your experience. As you continue integrating this frequency, you become a living transmission point that affects everyone around you. Your presence naturally elevates others into greater resonance with their own luck fields. Without effort or intention, you become a catalyst for fortunate circumstances in your family, your workplace, your community. This ripple effect is perhaps the most meaningful impact of maintaining the luck frequency. You become an instrument through which greater good flows into the world. Now, I invite you to share your experience in the comments below as evidence of your luck frequency begins appearing in your reality. Your stories not only validate your own activation, but serve as powerful confirmation for others that this frequency shift creates tangible results. Every synchronicity you share strengthens the collective field, making it easier for everyone to access this frequency. If you know someone who would benefit from activating their own luck frequency, share this video with them. The decision to pass this along might be the very synchronicity they've been waiting for, the perfect timing that opens them to a new reality of extraordinary fortune and aligned circumstances. I want to leave you with a question that will continue working in your consciousness long after this ends. What becomes possible in your life when extraordinary luck isn't something that occasionally happens to you, but something that consistently happens through you as your natural state of being? You've successfully activated the luck frequency. Now watch and wonder as your reality transforms to match this new vibration. The evidence will be undeniable. The transformation will be profound, and the journey has only just begun. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this pivotal shift in your experience. I look forward to hearing about the remarkable synchronicities that unfold as your luck frequency continues expanding throughout your reality. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.